All right, I've been given a list of email addresses, and what I need to do is add these learners who are already registered on my site to a course, or in this case, a group of courses. Here's how I do it. Under LearnDash LMS, I've already created a group, and that group has 3 different courses. We want to assign that spreadsheet of people to all 3 of these courses. They've already registered themselves. We want to make sure they get assigned these 3 courses. The first thing I need to do is write down on a piece of paper next to me what the group ID number is. So, how do you figure out the group ID? Here's my list of groups. If you hover over the name of a group in the bottom left-hand corner, right down there, you see the post ID. So in this case, it's 13174. I'm going to need that in a sec. You can do the same thing for courses. If you just want to assign them to an individual course, if I hover over this course, I can assign them to course 10837. In this case, I want to assign everybody to group 13174. This is one of the modules in the Uncanny Toolkit for LearnDash by Uncanny Owl. Super useful. I'm going to make sure import users is clicked on. It's a pro feature. It's 100% worth paying a couple $100 for. If that's on, when I go to users, there's an option to import users. Let's follow the steps. 1, review options. 2, email settings. We're going to ignore that. 3, the CSV. First tab, the options. This is like a backup, but they are going to be, we're going to update them. Because these are existing users, we want to just update. We're not going to change the role. They're going to be subscribers. You could either enroll them in a specific course, or in my case, I'm going to enroll them in a specific group. In this case, it's called Vaccine Schedulers. Save changes. The second set of instructions is review email settings. We don't need to send an email to these people. I'm going to skip this screen altogether. The third step in the instructions is create a CSV file. Uncanny provides a sample CSV file. I'm going to download that. It's saved to my desktop. Let me open it. This here is all fake user data. I'm going to get rid of all of it, but it shows you exactly how it works. You can set the user login, put their email, their first, last name, their password, if you want to give them a password, their role, the course number, the group number, and their display name. In my case, these people are already registered. If I wanted to set people up from scratch, I could use this screen. I'm going to keep the header row the same. I'm going to get rid of all the other information. Then I'm going to take this list of emails my colleague sent to me and wanted added to this course group, copy them. I can get rid of this spreadsheet, and under the user email column, I'm going to paste all those email addresses. There they are. Then we could either write down the course ID, or in our case, we're going to write down the entire group ID. Like I said before, it was 13174, and I'm just going to drag that out for all the users, and I'm going to save it to my desktop or somewhere you can find it later. Okay, I've saved that to my desktop where I can find it. We're ready for part 3, import users. This reviews all your settings, no default course. There is a default group, however. They're being added to this default group here. They're all being subscribers. They will not be sent an email. Everything looks good. Let's choose the file we just made that has the email address and the group ID. It's on my desktop, called Import Users March 27th. Choose for upload. First, you're going to upload and verify records. All right, it's going to verify it, 31 records, no users created. If there's a new email address in there it doesn't recognize, it'll create a user with that email address. Nothing wrong with the email addresses, no invalid group IDs, no invalid course IDs. Everything looks good. Y'all ready? Let's perform import. It asks you if you're really sure. Yes, I'm really sure. Import. And just like that, all 31 users have been added to that group and therefore have all 3 courses. If I randomly look up one of them from the group, let's just randomly check this email address to make sure. Copy. I'm going to go to my users. Let's make sure that user has that list of courses. Let's search for them. Search users to make sure they're part of the group. If I look in there, yep, there they are. They've been added to the group, and therefore they have all 3 courses we wanted to assign to them. So, users, import users, follow the steps, pick your options, make sure your email settings are right if you're sending them a notification email, download the CSV, erase all the dummy information, put your own information, and then import the CSV to update your users. Thanks.